Hello and welcome again to Conscious TV. I'm Ian McNay and today my guest is John Hagelin. Hi,
Hello,
John.
Ian. Nice to be here.
And John is a man of many talents. He's written this book, Manual for a Perfect Government. He's also writing another book called Higher States. He is a physicist. He stood for President of the United States in the year 2000 and got 2 million votes. And we're going to have a fascinating interview today. So first of all, John, let's look at I think it was your teens when you had around 17 years old, quite a serious motorcycle industry.
I did. Accident. Yes, I did.
And you were lying in hospital, and I think it was your doctor recommended that you start doing TM.
This was back in the 1970s, and the research had just come out showing that meditation, or transcendental meditation, had very helpful benefits. And the doctor, for health reasons, since I'd been in a body cast, had an accident, wasn't getting better, thought I should try it, that it might give rest deeper than sleep, according to research, and help me heal. So I learned for that reason, and I've continued to meditate to this day, not for the same reasons, but mainly for the development of mind, mental clarity.
But it must have been pretty scary lying in that body cast. You must have thought at times, how long am I going to be here?
It was hellish, actually, and meditation was a tremendous, really, relief from that pressure cooker of stress. And I did start to feel better within a few days. But I was 17 and teaching myself quantum mechanics in preparation for a career in particle physics and unified field theory. And at that stage, anyway, I found it a little bit foreboding, a little bit daunting.
This is heavy-duty stuff at that age, isn't it?
It is. Mathematically, it's very demanding, very abstract.
Yeah.
What was amazing to me is I could go to meditate for 20 minutes. I'd come out of meditation. The same abstract, dry material was vivid, technicolor, like eating a box of Russell Stover's candies. It was just so vivid to me.
So it did something to your mind.
Yeah, well, now, today we understand that the experience of meditation, meditative state, brings a complete reorganization of the brain, so-called global EEG coherence, where the entire brain functions in an integrated, coherent way. And that's associated with increased IQ, creativity, learning ability, mental clarity, everything that's important, well, for a physicist and pretty much for everybody. Our alertness, intelligence can be directly improved. So I think meditation, and certainly the effective techniques of meditation, like transcendental meditation, are very important. They belong in education, because education is to develop the full potential of the brain. And education today develops maybe 5 to 10% of the innate potential of the brain. Now, 100% development of brain potential is possible, even easy, if you augment education, book learning, with a technique to expand consciousness and bring the integrated development of the brain.
So you mentioned unified field theory. What is that?
Unified field theory is the cutting edge of science. Well, Einstein and his colleagues started it almost a century ago. But the discovery of the unified field, or superstring theory, is the ultimate scientific knowledge. It's the understanding of the fundamental unity of life at the basis of all the obvious apparent diversity of the universe. So if you go within, explore deeper levels of reality, from the macroscopic to the molecular.
Are we talking about physical reality here?
Physical reality.
Okay.
From the macroscopic diversity of sensory experience to the molecule, atom, nucleus, electroweak unified level of quarks and leptons, grand unification, super unification, you discover at the surface, the core of nature's apparent diversity, the fundamental unity of life. It's not philosophy, it's a very precise, rigorous, mathematical understanding of the nature of reality. Einstein sought this, but he wasn't able to achieve it in his lifetime. The mathematics wasn't there. But it is today in the context of superstring theory and what's called M theory. It's the scientific verification.
So what actually is the superstring?
Superstring theory, okay, what that means is you have an ocean of existence, an ocean of intelligence at the basis of all the physical expressions of the particles and the forces. According to superstring theory, though, when this fundamental ocean of existence being rises in waves of excitation, waves of vibration, they actually manifest in what appear to be infinitesimal strings, like vibrating rubber bands, loops.
Right.
Very, very small. So small that from a distance, through our eyes, even through particle accelerators, they look like particles. But fundamentally, they're vibrating strings.
So can we actually see these?
Not directly. The particle accelerators today aren't nearly powerful enough. So it's about 10 million times smaller than the nucleus. There you discover that the electron, the quark, are not particles. They're miniature vibrating elastic loops. And these superstrings are themselves just the vibrational tones of this universal ocean of intelligence, the unified field. So everything comes out of it. Particles, forces, you, me, molecules, planets,
So
galaxies.
everything is actually based on a vibration.
Everything, you, me, all of us, are just vibrational states of this universal field of intelligence at the basis of existence.
And according to what speed the vibration is vibrating at,
Yes.
that's down to what kind of form the vibration
Exactly.
takes.
For example, think of a rubber band. There are many different ways a rubber band can vibrate, especially a rubber band that lives in 10 space-time dimensions, which is where the superstring fundamentally lives. So there's lots of wiggle room, so to speak. If a rubber band is vibrating this way, superstring, that'll look like gravity, the graviton. If it's vibrating this way, it'll look like an electron. This way, it'll look like a quark. So all the so-called particles and forces that fill the universe, and us also, are just different vibrational states of the unified field, superstring.
Now, it took us a long time to find this. I know there was lots of theories before. Do you think we've finally found the truth, or is there more to discover there?
Yes and no. The superstring is truth, but our understanding of that truth is becoming more mature, more sophisticated. In fact, already the name has changed from superstring theory to M theory. M theory is an even bigger, more comprehensive reality within which last year's superstring theory exists. So it is evolving, but one thing we know fundamentally, it's correct. It's correct because we know there's gravity, undeniably. We know there's quantum mechanics. Undeniably, quantum mechanics is true, it's correct. If you want to marry gravity with quantum mechanics, it can only be done in the context of the superstring and its current M theory incarnation. So pure logic and experiment has driven us irreversibly into the acceptance of the superstring theory.
Okay, now how does consciousness fit into this?
Very fundamentally, this is a little bit more controversial, it is nevertheless true. What is this universal field of being? What is this universal field of intelligence at the basis of the universe? Is it a field of inertia? Is it a field of death? Or is it a field of pure life? Is it a field of consciousness? It's a field of pure life. It's a field of consciousness. You can tell based on its fundamental properties. It's a field of intelligence because all the order, all the intelligence of the universe comes out of there. And it's not static intelligence, not inert intelligence. It's dynamic intelligence because the quantum principle or uncertainty principle guarantees that the deeper you go, nuclear, subnuclear, the more dynamic nature becomes. So this is an infinitely dynamic field of intelligence, self-aware, self-directing intelligence. It's consciousness. Now, physicists aren't used to thinking about consciousness. And if you tell a physicist that you've discovered consciousness, they'll say, wow, are you sure? I never thought about that. But it is.
And so, as human beings, we have our mind, we have our thoughts, we have deeper levels as well. How does that fit into the puzzle? Well, where do thoughts come from?
It's a beautiful question. We have our localized awareness. Awareness of me, awareness of body, awareness of this, in which case our awareness at this point is very localized. But when the awareness settles, when it withdraws from its sharp outward focus, and this is what meditation's about,